That's right, we might have yet another whole electric pickup truck on the market. Remember the time like a couple of years ago where everyone was like, yeah, electric cars are great, but where are all electric trucks, right? But now I can't wait to start reading comments, even maybe for this video, where it's like, whoa, there's too many electric cars, stop now. Well, tough cookies. So this image actually got leaked by none other but the founder and the CEO of the company. I don't know if you can guess it by this image, but I'll tell you what it is in a second. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it. I recently had an interview with him, and I think he has given me some clues. Now this image was already retracted, so I don't know how realistic or what the timeline for this is. But we're also gonna talk about, how does this fit in with the rest of the electric truck prototypes and cars that are coming to market this year and next year. And by the way, this is what we do here every day. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. And if you already have, your job is not done yet. Click on that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, the tweet came from Henrik Fisker. He literally said electric pickup and put an image up. Later on, he basically said, oops, I kind of posted by mistake. I'm going to delete it. So he deleted it. But as you know, internet is kind of opposite of Vegas, right? What happens on the internet just stays there for the rest of your life and basically goes all around the world. So it's and that's what happened with this image. So let me show you what it is. It is the picture of the Fisker Alaska pickup truck from the back, and I like the name. I have to say that Alaska is kind of think of Alaska as a rugged, hardcore living type of the place. And I think everybody who lives there drives a pickup truck. I don't think there are too many Priuses there or Minis. So I think that's a pretty good name. And by the way, just in case you guys didn't know, Alaska did used to belong to Russia, my homeland, and so we sold it to the United States. Enough of history lessons here. Now, let's go back just a little bit. As you know, that Fisker was actually going to go with a high-priced Emotion. The car, I think this is one of the best design cars I've ever seen. I think this is one of the last times anybody has taken the video of it. This is my video when I was there visiting his private garage and talking to Henrik, and that interview is posted in my video. But as you know, in January of this year, they have unveiled the Fisker Ocean, which I absolutely love what it looks like on the interior. This is during CES last month, and I did talk to Henrik there, and so I'll play you a clip where he kind of mentions that they're planning something else. I'll play that to you in a second. It was kind of hidden in the part of the interview where we were talking about the pricing. So I'll play the whole thing for you. It's just about a minute. Obviously people said, hey, we've seen that image before, and they're talking about this one. This is the original image that they put out of Fisker Ocean. Now, at first I was like, whoa, that is pretty much the same, but really, it's really not. So let me just put it up on the screen, full. There you go. See, can you tell the difference? I don't think so. In terms of how they're different, but they're kind of same design looking. So our friends at Inside EVs actually put together a rendering. Here it is of what it would look like in 3D. Obviously, they took the Ocean and kind of rendered in Alaska. Good job, guys. That's awesome. And this is what brings us to the conversation whether or not Fisker should be doing this, should be having the pickup truck. Again, they have just not confirmed that. They're just saying, hey, listen, we are planning something, but we're not going to say anything about the image, which I understand. All right. Let me play the interview with Henrik where he kind of hints at this. Before that, a quick reminder that this video and this channel is sponsored by Climate Exchange. Guys, only a couple days left to enter this awesome Tesla lottery. If you win, you get to have pretty much any Tesla you want, up to $195,000 in value. And they're only selling 4,000 tickets. Those are your odds. Pretty good. And even if you don't win, you're still donating for a great cause. Climate Exchange, a great organization. But go to carbonraffle.org and buy the last remaining tickets that are still left, because it's in a couple of days, the entire lottery. So I'm excited about that. All right, so let me play my interview with the piece of the interview that I had with Henrik last month, and this is yeah, about 6 weeks ago. And the conversation is about how I'll just play it.
All of the other manufacturers are making the more expensive version first, and they try to make a more affordable car after that. You're doing it the other way around. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I think that it's for us, I looked at this market and I see everybody else doing luxury cars, and I just feel, look, we've already done a Fisker Karma. We showed the emotion design. I think the real opportunity is a really cool, affordable vehicle. I think that's what the market opportunity is. We are fortunate that we have gone together with some very big partners that has allowed us to actually lower the cost of some of the components. So for instance, the batteries, electric motors has been sourced together with some other groups, which means we can lower the cost. And then of course the fact that we are doing this flexible lease without dealers. So service, we're going to do it together with a partner, which are servicing fleets, etc. So it allows us overall to lower the cost. And the reason we did it this way is because once we get into production, the ultimate volumes of this will give us much higher revenue and profits to actually be able to afford to make some luxury vehicles. But we're also planning another 2 models based on this platform. So overall, this platform will be very efficient, cost-wise.
All right, well, so there you go. Let's talk about this. This is not very uncommon, especially with electric trucks and cars, is to reuse the platform, right? You've created a platform, different configurations can go on top of that. Obviously, Rivian is probably the best example. We've seen this picture many times, right? They have an SUV and they have the pickup truck on the same platform. Audi did the same thing with their regular e-tron and the Sportback, and there are tons and tons and tons of different examples and companies that are working on this. So now on one hand it makes sense, right? If you're already creating the battery, the modules, the powertrain, the motors and everything, why not put a different configuration, especially something that's very popular, right, as a pickup truck. But at the same time, and I just talked to my friend yesterday who loves electric cars but also loves pickup trucks, right? And he said, listen, Alex, I gotta tell you, the problem with this electric trucks is that the range, no one talks about the range with a full load or the trailer, right? If the range goes down by more than 50%, that's a problem, right? So yes, a Cybertruck and Rivian, they're all over 400 miles, but even with that, taking it on a long distance trips, which a lot of people do when they're hauling a trailer, is problematic. But no one really has given these manufacturers are not giving us the real range yet with a fully loaded trailer. And it varies, depends on kind of trailer you have, what kind of load and the aerodynamics and so forth. But electric trucks do need to be built differently than electric SUVs. This is why I kind of like that Byton, one of the sponsors of this channel, is not doing a pickup truck, because it is a very different animal from the SUV. So you kind of have arguments for, but you also have arguments against. If Henrik and his team is able to figure out what adjustments that they need to make that are relatively simple to be able to produce both at the same time, I think that's a great idea, right? He obviously can sell more of these. I love his subscription model. So yeah, now again, they're not officially confirming this, but I really do hope that they do figure out how to make both of them at the same time and go to production at the same time. As you know, the Fisker Ocean is due out for deliveries at the end of the next year. And by the way, if you want to see some of the behind the scenes footage and pictures of my visit with the different manufacturers, interviews and so forth, just follow me on Instagram under E4Electric. A lot of it is there, especially with Instagram stories. And if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, let's hear it. Do you guys think that this is something that can happen? Do you think Fisker should be working on a pickup truck at the same time that's on the same platform? And definitely let me know if you are a truck owner who's concerned about the range with a full load. Looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.